All right, guys. Hello, everybody. A little bit more training sessions. It's been a long time that I haven't done anything drawing the board. You guys, if you've been watching the channel, if you guys knew how I was doing the presentations, I think that this current presentation is about staying in the power of now. It's going to be a little bit I kind of like going to simplify it something huge that you understand it. But I'm going to try to really squeezed, compressed, but at the same time simplify it. First of all, I want to say thank you all of you from coming in, and the credit for this presentations actually goes to the VJ. VJ, thank you for being here. And with that being said, I'm going to be recognized the people who's coming into the chat. There is a lot of things going on, especially tonight for it. The energies are representations of the energies today. This is when the moon comes in exactly at the same time. There is going to be a midheaven divine energies towards the moon, the North Node, and Jupiter. This is going to be incredibly powerful energies of balancing your emotions with the North Node. North Node could mean karma, feeling situations that you are going in, but because this is the North Node, it's also in some of the astrology is representing the destiny. Can you be able to make a balance within yourself with the destiny from within? And Matthew, thank you for coming in, guys. Appreciate all of you that you are here. So if you would like to have a pen and a paper with yourself, you should be getting it because I made a post for it. If you not, just stay here, watch what I have for you, and you will understand what really happens, not only within your emotions, within your energies, but also with an understanding of gravity positions, of what is really going on within yourself. And also at the same time, you will get it really. Why do you need the power of it is what it is? Why do you need the power of now? And why you should stay in the current present moment. So thank you guys for being here. And I'm going to begin with this. I adjust the screen, had a technical issue. Hopefully this is going to work for you. All right. How about them apples? Okay. Let's see if this is going to work, right? Perfect. So I need you to draw 3 lines in your paper. Here, I want you to put dreams, desires, and future. That's this line right here. Right here, I want you to put it now. It is what it is. Divine. Right here, I want you to put past. I want you to put right here also a lower self. All right. Well, you guys not see me very well, but it's from the camera. The more important is to pay attention to this right here. So as you go within yourself, those are going to be your 3 lines. And the moment that you're going to understand that through life, as your life goes on, these directions right here, okay, I want you to draw one line right in here. And I want you to put here me. All right. So when you're in the lower energies, you're coming to this point within the past. You can blame, you can shame yourself for the past. You can be within your lower self. and your gravity that it comes in could be like this. It could be like this. Okay. But you're not living here now. You're living in the past. You're living in the lower self energies. Because why? For so many reasons. So your focus is focused up here. And when you try to move within your life, the past, the lower self energies are holding you for being into the power of now. Because your mind, your focus, your energy is focused right in here. So as you're moving in, you have the issues within your own self on how to manage it all this. So here is you're learning the things in the past. You understand that the holding into the past is not going to be good enough. So from the past, you come in here of the power of now. You're realizing the situations the way they are. You basically learn to balancing yourself. You're working with the power of now. You understand it is what it is. I can't change this past. I can't work anymore within my lower self. My attentions and my focus in this doesn't help me really to be with this divine power that has been given it to me, because the divine energies and the power of now are in this line. Okay, they are in this line here. This is your destiny line. Okay, you're walking with the divine, with the power of now. So you're right here, and you don't like what the divine has for you. Why? Because you have a lot of I want, I must, I desire, and I want in the future things to happen. So actually what it does is your mind comes in through here, it shifts up to this point of you. Your center of attentions, your center of energy is developing this now. So your gravity is working here. And guess what? You're attracting desires, dreams, and a future. But guess what? When you do this, you're programming yourself. That has connections with the power of now. No, it doesn't. That has the energy of it is what it is. And this is right here is what the people they program themselves. They live within a false reality, the false future that doesn't exist. That false future leads them to a lot of kind of like an energies of you are believing on something that may happen, may not happen. You are seeing and programming things that could be, with another word, it's called illusions. Why? Because when you're moving and you're trying to project it something to happen in here, how far you are going in with the power of now? Too far away. If you're projecting something even in the other future, you're going away from that power of now. And here is that curve right here that goes on, this curve. I already talked about this before. Some of the people of the power of now, they created these positions within themselves right here, and they created a life. Now, in order to fix that, they have to go back down, come down. Usually, that is what happens is that when this energy is here within time, this energy right here within the time, you're living here now. You're not living according to your destiny, according to it is what it is. You're now living within that center from within yourself. You're not existing here. Why? Because this twist of energies here, it's gone. It changes your mind that you learned to look with this, you to control the future, you to control everything that you can control now. And you're missing this destiny of yours. You're missing this power that you needed to be. Why? Because some reason. So you have to come back in here, make revaluations, write in here what happened with my power of now. Write in here what happened with my power of now. Write in here what happened with now. Write in here what happened with now. I already made that presentation, so here how to fix issues. So for example, when you have this, if you draw just this section like this, I'm talking about this right here, I want you to draw issue right here. Issue. Things that I need to work on it. And you're going to find out that the issues, why not here, that could be money, relationships, anger, love, intimacy, however your issue is. And I'm going to be looking at that, name that issue, whatever that is. I have this issue with this person. I had an issue with this person. I had an issue with this person. I had an issue with this person. Until you get to this point, oh, I got the wrong learning. I've got damage. I've got wound. I've got situations. And now I understand by twisting this, I'm missing this point. So right now you're working on your issues. You learn from all this. So little by little, you fix this. This could be also your inner child, inner work. Okay? So all this, you understand that this was a programming, that somebody programmed you how you should react within the future. Now you're understanding that this is wrong here on what you learned. Okay? You came back to this center, back in time, within the past. But that brings you what you did within the now timeline. And by doing this, you're understanding what do you need to do right here without twisting this timeline or without you feeling ashamed of what you did in the past. So you have to learn to forgive yourself first and then forgive everyone that was of this damage right in here. Okay? So now by doing it this, you're also healing these past mistakes. So you do that. And by the issues that you have here and forgiveness within this, you're understanding that your spot should be right in this spot. This is your own personal target. And when you get into that target right here, you begin to have an alignment to the power of now. You're not twisting anymore the future that you want. You're not twisting anymore to your own desires. Oh, I need this. Oh, I have to have this. Oh, I'm going to be fighting for this. Because God doesn't give you what you want. God gives you what you need. And by learning to trust, surrender, and let go, you're actually staying in this line. And this is what happens. The more it comes in here, the more you evolve in here, the more you're getting into this energy. Your gravity field is expanding. Your gravity field is expand, expand, expand. And now, by moving forward within your life, hopefully you guys getting it. By moving it forward within your life, you begin to understand that you should not go into this point. You should not go into this point. You should have one thing. It's called balance. And that balance, it's maintained by inner peace. And when you have those, you don't have issues with your desires, whatever you want, whatever you're getting in there, you are getting what you're getting now. You don't fight anymore with things that you don't get because you understand the damage that this does with the programming, but you also understand that if you don't get to these things, not to blame your past, you actually learned to this balance, maintaining this balance, you to keep going forward. But you are mindful about this from within yourself. And this is how you put everything with oneness within yourself. You're connecting the dots from within. As this energy producing more within your future, okay? If you look at it in here, in this middle line right here, the middle road, okay? You're moving with this from within yourself, all right? All what's going to happen is because there is going to be no future, no past within yourself. In there, all those lines, they're going to become like a triangle. Let me write that more proper. And you're not going to have any more conflicts within you. And you're going to be moving within the path that you have within yourself, because this and this are destroying your energies. They are your conflicts. They are your situations. And now when you go with this is you following the path of the river of life. This is the path of you living free, worry free, energies free, because you maintain the balance within yourself. You maintain it with your focus of what's going on now. You're not projecting, you're not putting agendas, you're not focused, especially within the relationships, guys. It is about that those agendas that you want. Like say, like for example, within the connections, guys, that is a when that is a what you trying to force your partner to want something, need something, he gets something. You are getting it to this point here. You're getting into the desires, to the future, to the dreams that you have, and so on and so on with it. But you having that balance with you is transferred to your counterpart, and you and your counterpart living in within now. You're going to learn this because sometimes you and your partner maybe have a sidetracks or something that you continue blaming your twin flame or your soulmate or connections for something they did in the past. Guilt tripping anybody? That helps in the soul connections. That helps in your life. And this is why when you and your partner have that balance and peace in here and you're moving forward, you're going to be able to reach out your destiny within yourself. You are going to be able to go ahead and reach that divine union that you want. But most of the people, I want to be my twin to be with me, and I'm going to be doing whatever it takes. I'm going to chase them, I'm going to get them, I'm going to do this. Or you're like, well, my twin have to fix his past and so on and so on, so I'm going to be waiting for him. But you're here. Now, what do? You're twisting that line in here. So if you look at it, this graph can actually help you as an exercise. You actually, by understanding the logic behind this, you can understanding the energies behind this diagram in here. I don't know if you guys see it. There you go. You actually can go ahead and understand and troubleshoot relationships. You can go ahead and troubleshoot yourself. You can go ahead and simplify the things within yourself. But why do most people don't do this? They have to surrender their desires. Why do most people don't achieve this? Because they're still living in the past. They still hold on to the person that doesn't give anything to them. Oh, I had this, I had that, and I had those. I had. Can you be able to do something about the past? Let me ask you a question in here. Can you be able to do anything about this point here? That event or something that happens in the past? You can learn from it. You can learn from this mistake, but you've been here but not here. You can learn that. But can you go back in time and fix your mistakes? Can't, do you? Can you go back and travel forward within the future and you actually take these actions. But if you're living within the now, and what are you doing here? These actions of now, the proper way, the proper situations, and the proper things. Your actions of now determinate where are you going to be here in the future. Very simple. This is a very simple, a little advanced, but very simple, because sometimes even it's hard for me, just advanced learning, bring it out of here into the world. It's not easy to put on this under one roof, but hopefully you guys understanding this about these timelines. The main timelines, I mean, this could be the present lifetime, this could be our past lifetime. Some of the people actually go into a past life regressions. They stay here in the past lifetime. Because if you look at right here in the bottom, okay, right in here, maybe this could be a past lifetime. And you're blaming yourself that whatever happened in a past life, it has effects on you. That sounds like an excuse to you? Because that's what that is. You're escaping by blaming the past life, what happened, not to live in the now. Take a look. Everything is inside of you. But drawing at this and understanding how this goes in and out, you can actually understand. Let's say here is right now. We are all here. But 20 minutes ago, where were you? Are you were here? Are you were here? Are you were here? Where were you 20 minutes ago? Actually, 22 minutes ago, but where were you on that point? Before doing the presentations, where were you mentally inside of you? And where are you now? By you understanding this within yourself. So by doing this exercise for your own self, by you doing it, writing all this within yourself, you're going to be solving a lot of distorted energies there here. And that's going to help you to go back wherever you are in this current life path of you. Okay. So any questions, guys, I can willing to take. It's going to be staying right here. I'm not going to erase it unless we are going to have to draw something else. And I'm going to be here, sit down and talking to you. All right. There you go. All right. Hopefully, VJ, that's going to help you actually with the questions that you have and simplify the power of now for you. And this, I hope, is going to help so much, not only now, but maybe also in the future. Granted, the energy must flow instead of us blocking the energy. We are not in the past, we are not in the future. Now is all there. That is. Exactly. That's what I said. It is what it is. And you're welcome, Grande. VJ, thank you so much. Very much simplified. Yes, this is why looking at that system that's called KISS, keep it short and simple, or simple and short. However, a lot of it in there. But if you cannot be explained to yourself this within about those kind of like a minute, something that looks much complicated, which is actually is not. The mind makes it complicated. When you look at this within yourself in there, you're going to find out a lot of things of inner perspective. And that actually by working with people and working with this can help them a lot. But most of the people cannot troubleshoot like this. You may have to ask yourself a lot of questions, or maybe you need a person to ask your questions. That's what the communications is all about. That's through communications is because you may not see that you're living here within the fake dreams that you developed. You may develop a dream like because you want it so much. To that dream, okay, we're talking about that some of you are going to the psychic readers, and when I'm going to be together with my twin flame. And guess what? You're getting that energy here of this dream, and they tell you this is going to happen here, and you develop it on that positions. You're not doing the inner work that you have to move here to be ready for it. Your inner work in there. But also what happens is through that energies here, those desires could be too strong for you. They can create the illusions here about the future. And now the union don't happen. What's happening within you? You go in depressions. You're going, it's my fault. And you go ahead and it's like, what happened in the past? So you're actually going from here to right in here. And now the distorted energies begins to have it within you. Why? You don't live within the power of now. And Vijay, that was a very good point, very good positions yesterday. So if you guys want me to talk about something or something that we need to do or something that we need to discuss, guys, here for you. All right. It was very good, right? I feel good. It was very good presentations there. Currently, I'm working so much about within the collective right now for the collective. I'm doing a lot of legality stuff, and I'm working behind to get to this workshop. The workshop is decided is going to be here in Europe, which is going to be in Spain. So I'm going to be working tomorrow, and the next day I'm going to be making some phone calls and so on to Spain to see what it is to get a proposals and so on for the workshop. Also, what happened is with the place that I picked it up in there, there is a lot of good hotels, which is we are going to get some discounts of the hotels in there for the people who's going to be coming in. It's more about the inner peace energies that it's representing in the spot, in the town, in the everything that is there. So I will keep you informing more. Then I have a lot more other projects going on. So there is a lot of time management that it needs to be done here, but working. Okay, guys, working for. There's going to be a new things that comes in. The new energies are present, and more new advanced knowledge is coming. But I understand that the new knowledge, the new energies, the new advancements, it's only understood by the people who get it in there, and that's how it goes. And it's not about who I just said that. Okay, I'm not the only one who says that. People who are high within the spiritual community, they're all sensing this, and they're all sensing this. Why? Because people who's coming from the past in there, they're still living in the past. They're trying to tell what's going to happen in the future, but they're still with the past thinking. They never improve their way of thoughts and the processes within. However, the new energies are coming in, and they're trying to break in within the power of now, within the destiny's energies. So the new energies are evolving from the illusions and everything from here. They coming in here, and they breaking up all these old false situations, all this past. It's crumbling, all the old ways of thinking, old ways of process, old ways of way of thinking about relationships. All this right now, it's really crumbles to dust, and people feeling it. Values and belief system come from our void. Actually, what we avoiding or what we staying in the void, it's actually helping us to get this inner strength within ourselves. But if you don't get out of the void, and be a present and create actions in the now, what is the big deal? If you know what you know and you're not engaged in the public, which is you staying into the void, what do? You keep it to yourself. Can you improve the quality of life on earth? Nope. So the void has a very things inside of it. The void on the one side of the positive energy of the void, that is a when you are going into your internal self, you create this void space and nobody can comes in, and you look in yourself, which is this awesome place to be. Okay. But on the other side, the other void energy that it's there, if you picture that, actually, Vijay, thank you. If you picture that, if you have the lower void, you're avoiding people, you're avoiding conversations, you're avoiding, and you stay in this void energy in there. Okay, what is that is going to do for you? If you put in here the void, okay, the avoidance of, you know the things, you know everything, you are so powerful. Does anything change in the current timeline? No, it's not. For everything, you need a balance. You can't just be in a hermit mode, because in hermit mode, this is like the monk, the priest who stays in the temple, no communicates with nobody, and solitude. You need that solitude to find your true self. But the solitude is connecting with inner peace. So don't mix things inside of you. Okay, because the solitude, that's what it does. You to find that peace, you to go ahead and connect the dots. If I have to be more proper, the solitude is helping you at some point within your life. This is when you decide to withdraw from the society. You go out on a trip, you go out someplace in the mountains, you go out someplace by the sea, you withdraw yourself from this. And from that point, that solitude is actually finding the truth about all this and that. If I have to tell you the truth, probably this is the solitude progress you do from within your own self. Because without that solitude, you won't be able to get it. That you might find out that by staying in the past, you are self sabotaging because of a fear that the past can repeat itself. But also, you're like so much naive or so much grow up in here that you didn't see that the actions that goes on in the current timeline, in the current timeline of now, it's interrupted. You're not living within the present. You're living within the imaginary world, not within the truth. But when you are within the truth, within the power of now, and with the energies, and with the synchronicity, and with the proper divine energies within yourself, you're getting into a path of the destiny right now. And this model right here, it's your key. Yes, exactly. The power of silence helps you to get into the solitude. Exactly. The silence is also everything. You have a silence. Let's say somebody doesn't do the right things. So you put silence here. You're not engaging with the lower energies. Don't forget about it that here it's the lower energies in there, right in here. Lower self, lower energies. They also live here. So when you have a silence towards people who have a lower energies, you're not engaged with this. You don't want to be engaged with this because they pull you down from your power of now. Okay? But you also looking at inside of it, and here is that silence. Okay? It will help you to understand your balance of inner peace. But if you have a silence here and a silence here at the same time, can you be able to do the right things to put the dots together about everything? you only do it through here. Because now, since you're expanding your gravity field, you have connections to this and to this. You know when just to be silent within yourself, but at the same time, you know when to be silent with people who have a lower vibrations. Okay, this is also a principle of if you look with this. Okay, people who actually can't access this bubble zone of yours. Okay, you may talking about people, you may talking about people who are very positive or very negative, but they don't crossing this within your internal self. You're basically protecting yourself within this, but you're living in the inner peace. But if they're coming with the wars towards you, guess what? You don't allow anything to distort your peace. This graph, you can use it on so many things, so many issues. And for those who draw it, I ask you to draw it so you can actually understand it within you. Because throughout this graph, you can do so many things. You can bring any issue. If some of you have issues right now, we can go ahead and look at it. I just observe from people from the past, I don't engage. Exactly, you should. That's all there is. Learn from the past, but don't engage with it. Otherwise, it brings you back, brings you down. It gets you in there. Whew, that was a good one. Cheers, guys. All right. If you guys don't have any more questions, thanks. Actually, in the workshop that's going to be in Spain, there's going to be some more advanced things. Talking about advanced. And I spoke with some of the European leaders here. I'm working on it to get this advanced workshop, high level, kicking the butt, going up, rising up. Okay, so we'll see how it's gonna go. Stay tuned with this, and I will, as soon as I get more or I know more about it, I will be silent. Silence is what I need to hear your own soul. The fine art is to be quiet and calm, whatever happens. Yes, Grande. It is what it is the silence within you. But I didn't say, like confirmations in here or something. See, if you're able to silence the future, the desires, the dreams, and you're able to silence the past, getting into it is what it is. You're within a peace in there. Vijay, the event is going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So basically, the way the workshops I do on a Friday, there's going to be the beginning of the workshop is going to be in the afternoon. Usually, it begins like 4 o'clock till like 9, which is 5 hours. That is a meet and greet situations. Then it's going to be an opening sessions of the workshop. And people receive a pen and a paper where they write their personal questions. They need to be discussed in the workshop. Then they submitting those questions. We taking those questions. That way, the workshop is actually personalized to you. This is not like a workshop that I'm just going to be talking to you and you didn't got the questions that you wanted to get answered in there. If you've been on a workshop with me from before, you guys know how that operates and what is your personal benefit of that. Because in the workshop, we're discussing the questions from the public, the people who are attending there. So that way you personally know why you're there. This is not like a programmed agendas in there. And that's a total new. I started out that workshops way back in Argentina. And that's how it was. That's how it's going to be. Every time I go into a workshop, You have to know why you're there. Then on Saturday, we begin in the morning, usually starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, sometimes starting up at 10. It depends of the people there. And it begins all the way until 6 p.m. There is a breakout at 1 o'clock, so people can go out, have a lunch, and we'll come back into like 1 hour break for it. 1 hour is perfectly enough for it Saturday. And on Sunday, we get in it from 8 o'clock in the morning. Some people are lazy to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning in the workshop. There's a reason why it's 8 o'clock. If you are gonna be doing things for you, you're gonna get up even if you have to be saying at 5 o'clock in the morning. So this is how we know the reflections of the people in there, and the people who are there, they are like 15 minutes before 8 o'clock. They're a little bit before the meeting because they know what's going on. And on Saturday, we are actually, if the questions was not the answer or there is a misunderstanding, somebody didn't understood something in full, we are going more depth into it. Usually it's in till 1 p.m. So that way on Sunday, the people can go ahead and enjoy themselves, or some of the people are traveling back home. So the event is going to be Friday, all day Saturday, and basically it's like 2 days, but it's involved 3 days time frame because some of the people will arrive on Friday by noon or afternoon, and that's how it's been. But that's how the workshop was. But the workshop it's personalized for the people attending. It doesn't have program, doesn't have agenda. Yeah, there's going to be some presentations for something that it's new, and basically the questions is going to be like answer it in there. Yes, I think that's what the workshops are totally different. Specifically, if you are in within on the people that within the vibes. If you've been in a workshop with me, you know the vibes. I won't say that. You've been in a workshop with me in Chicago, or the workshops that were, quite a few people kind of in Canada, or you were in Argentina, or you were in Italy, in there. You guys know. In the States, in Boston, there was a workshop. You guys know. You guys know what the benefits is. Okay. So yes, the workshop should be personalized. Otherwise, you go in there and you know what the topic is, and someone talks to you. It's a one-way message, and sometimes the speaker doesn't answer the questions. While what's going to happen is your questions, when it's submitted, we're going to have 3, 4 facilitators, which is speakers in there, which is they're going to give you 3, 4 different opinions about your question. How about them apples? You're talking about value. You're going to get the value from that money that you're going to be paying for the workshop. It's going to be in Spain, Grande. If you're living in the Denmark, you can get a flight ticket. The flight tickets into Denmark to Spain, they're like what, 50 or 100 euros. You can get a hotel for like 50 euros a night, which is you may gonna need hotel for, let's say, like Friday night, Saturday night. If you're living back in afternoon, go back in there if you have a flight. So it's not that much. Most of the people ask for me to be in a certain towns and a certain places, but I can be wherever it is. Whoever needs it is gonna come. Okay, because I did before a workshop to a place that it was somewhere in Europe. It was only 3 people. You don't want to know how much money I spent for that workshop for 3 people, because I prepaid a conference room, I prepaid the setting up from it. So the day and the date that is going to be in October. Talking about Give me a second. September, October. That's going to be October 6, 7, 8. That's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. You guys know, some of you know already, that in my birthday, I'm doing a workshop. And I like to keep that traditions within myself as the gift to this guy. Being a public servant is a gift to me. So if you've been in the channel for long enough, you already know about it. If you've been since the beginning with me, you know about it. I will make some video about the workshop when I know more about that. But the workshop, as I said, is going to be in Spain. All right. All right. You guys have any more questions or any topic and ideas? That VJ, thank you for that idea about the topic. It was beautiful. Thank you so much for this. Grande, I have never traveled alone. There is always a time for the first time. What are you fearing? Grande, what are you fearing? Actually, this is one of the fears that I suggest everyone to go ahead and face. Be alone, go travel alone, be in a solitude and find your powers within. Overcome your fears. And then you understand the power of freedom that you did not permit it yourself. So if you're afraid to go to a country that you don't know the language, country that you don't know the situations that doesn't know, and you put yourself in unknown situations, this is going to be the way you're actually testing your powers from within. I went to Spain the very first time in Bilbao. I didn't know nothing and nobody, and everybody freaked out. I went into Spain again, and people asked me, you don't know the language, you don't know the situations, how are you going to be with this and so on, how are you going to figure things out? I knew enough Spanish to get myself around and to do the things that I needed to do, even the second time around in there. So you don't have to. Okay? You always know how to get yourself in this. What is the purpose of the collective TF for the rest of the world? The collective of the TF, actually, that is a like idea of topic, or just a question right now, VJ? Because if it's a topic idea, just put the topic. If you want a question answer right now, I can tell right now. But if that is a topic, let me know if it's a topic. Otherwise, I can write it down, and we are going to be talking more about this. So, but overall, the purpose is actually the twin flame. Just a question. Great. Well, actually, the purpose of the collective about the twin flame is to understand that every person before in a relationship, it has to be true to themselves. The twin flame dynamics come to you because you do not know what the true love is. You never had an example of the true love, probably from parents, grandparents, and so on. And you learn the wrong things about what love is, because mom and dad programming you. They're programming you to have twisted part. But guess what? When you find out within your soul, within yourself, in there, yeah, you see, Sensei doesn't agree either from the programming for parents. Good job, Sensei. Good job, Bubba. Yeah, there you go. You got it, you know. But that programming here, that it's from a parents, how you should live, what you should love, how it's going to be. Did that screw up your destiny? Did that screw up your life? So the twin flame dynamic comes in to brings you back here in the center, brings you back in there. And when it brings you back in there, you understand what the damage was. For some of you, you can have a lot of issues with the parents about this. For some of you, understand the damage of the parents they did for you. But the question is about you. Because if you tell the parents, hey, you guys did the mistake with me, I forgive you, but they continue the pushing forward, they continue the programming, they put their agendas over you, Oh, you gotta tell them one thing. Sayonara. Because this is more important to you. You become the black sheep. You become the rebel. You take in the things with the divine of the power of now. Because you understand how this brings you damage, trauma, inner wounds, inner child wounds. Anyone? Yes. But the truth is truth. The truth is it is what it is. Without the truth, you're not living into the now. Is the future is the truth? No, it's not. Is the past is the truth? Maybe, maybe not. But can you do something about this? Nope. It's only facts in here, lessons learned. But when you're up here with the truth, you're living within the world. Live our truth and emanate love, embracing the love within you. Exactly, Vijay. But the twin flame dynamic, it shows up to the world how screws up the things are. That twin flame dynamic right here is very important because it's fixing the world. That's the missions of that twin flame dynamic. Until the twin flame dynamic evolves, and that twin flame dynamic brings everything with the divine here. Talking about divine union, guys. But this balance and inner peace, that's a hard part to achieve. You need to go ahead and overcome your desires. You to overcome, I want my twin flame to be this. I want this. I want that. And God says, I will never gonna give you what you want. And you're like, what do you mean? Because you want it. You're projecting it. God says, I'm different place. I can give you what you need. This is why you have to learn to let go of your twin flame. Because you are hold on to it. You are chasing it. You're not living in the now. What is the situations of now is? What is your really true relationship with the new as a twin flame? You need to understand that twin flame only comes in and triggers the things that missing within you. And since they are missing within you, you saw that this person gives you the same things they're missing within you. You know, like, oh my God, all my life I was missing you. No, they only mirroring the things that was missing in you, things that you need to develop within yourself. And then, when you develop from within you, will resonate with your twin flame. But if you don't, you're only chasing them. You're not doing your inner work. And if you dare your true twin flame, you're going to be working with the peace and a balance with this to make the balance between what they are ready to give you to you as learning so you can develop within yourself. You don't do the development from within you, nothing. But it's the same thing could be for them. You trigger them about it. You give them what the missing parts are within yourself. But this is why, like, you don't give me, I don't care. You know, you take more from me instead of you give me something. There is no mutual exchange in there. Be quiet, Sensei, right now. I know a lot of pain you're sensing. Come on, be quiet. So that's what is. I can talk to you about this all day long with the people I talk to about the misunderstanding within the twin flame journey. But you know what? The people are focused. I was with my twin flame. That was so good, so great. That was beautiful. But now it's nothing. Or I see with my twin flame. I saw visions. I saw dreams, and so on. Is that a projection within your mind? What is the current situations? When I ask the people, do you have communications with your twin flame? And they say no. How are you gonna confirm the truth? But I feel it in the 5D that this can happen in the next few days or so on. And you look at them, people later on, hey, what's happening there with your dream? I don't know. There is nothing happened. It was just a feeling. Focus on the future. What's the case now? Totally different. So it's a journey within the soul, exactly. And by learning within this, you're learning the proper exchanges of give and take, the proper energies of both of you living within the now. Both of you living within the now. You want to be in the union, you gotta understand this. So we're gonna bring some much more advanced presentations there, advanced energies there that you're gonna be actually pick it up. You want to pick up those vibrations. You're not just getting it in there. Don't forget about it. We not only speak, we also vibrate. You guys know what I'm talking about. TF is a journey with the soul and masculine and feminine aspects. Exactly. But you know what's the good part in there? In your partner, they may be the masculine and the feminine energy, so like this. But with your partner, that like this. And when you're working together, you're working on this, and it all comes in balance within one, within the bubble zone, right here, within the power of now. And then you're gonna find out how, for a shortened amount of time, those four energies within each other they become one energy. Then things, that understanding we're talking about, that intuitions when a day kicks in, the vibrations, the energies when a day kicks in, it's a lightning fast. You're gonna be amazed of this. Is like you're putting two computers working on the same questions. You know how fast they're processing the same informations? That's how some of the supercomputers are built. I wish you guys can experiencing that fast things. The magical part. There's so much is going to be revealed in the next 2-3 years. It's going to be unbelievable. But right now, you're talking about these advanced things, advanced energies of the now. Some of the people not in there. I was talking with someone from the twin flame community. This like, Dio, what happened with all those people, with all those twin flames that were on the beginning with us years back? What the hell happened with all this? Especially with the people who wants to have their twin flame and they're seeking for their twin flame because they heard what twin flame is, and now they're seeking for their twin flame. You seek and shall receive. You are engaged with the twin flame energies. They are not for you yet. You're not developed yourself in this. But you're seeking for the love. You're seeking for the attentions. Why? A lot of these people are just, this is going to be really cleanup time. But yeah, but until October, there is going to be a lot of work that is going to be done, guys. And I'm going to be giving you as much as I can from me in there. But I work so much. Just guys, so you know, I'm not going to have a lot of web time because either I'm work with people or I'm working on the projects that I need to do. And there are so many of them. We're working together, guys. But that is, we have to get to here. But it's required this work. So, yes. What we are looking for is in ourselves. Exactly. It's not outside of you. If you think that the things are outside of you, they are not. They are not. I hope you guys learned that. Really appreciate your work, Dio. God bless you. Guys, I appreciate that you're here. I appreciate everything. And let's share the love and the light. And hey, Diamond B, glad to have you here. And let's understanding this situations inside. Okay, there's going to be some much more advanced learnings coming into you guys. Okay, there is going to be much more. It's coming, but stay within your center. Stay within your zen. Stay within that balance of inner peace. Okay, if you don't have the inner peace, look at it. Why you don't have it? Why you cannot experience it? What is the cause? You can use that diagram to troubleshoot it in there. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. All right, you need me, you can find me on the Facebook for a private conversations if you have any issues, guys. All right, love you so much. Be love, be in the inner peace, and I will see you tomorrow. Let's share the love and the light, guys. Thank you for coming. Good job, Sensei.